Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the most interesting and intriguing content from around the world. The Nile is one of the most well-known and significant rivers in human history. It travels 6,600 kilometers from its Burundian source via South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and Egypt before emptying into the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile River has contributed significantly to human civilization and culture for thousands of years by providing food, water, and a means of transit all along its course. The Nile River was important to the history and culture of the whole African continent, not only to the ancient Egyptians. Many plant and animal species that depend on its waters may be found there, and it is said to as the lifeblood of the countries it flows through. The Nile continues to be a crucial resource for the millions of people who live in its basin and has affected art, literature, religion, and politics for hundreds of years. The yearly flooding of the Nile River is among its most outstanding characteristics. Every year, the Nile overflows its banks, bringing nutrient-rich silt to the fields and allowing farmers to plant crops. This annual flooding is a vital part of the ecosystem of the Nile River, as it provides the necessary nutrients for a healthy ecosystem. Over the years, however, with the construction of dams and other infrastructure along the river, the flooding has been regulated, which has led to a loss of nutrients and reduced the fertility of the soil. The Nile River is also famous for its three branches: the White Nile, the Blue Nile, and the Atbara. The White Nile is the longest branch of the Nile, flowing from Lake Victoria in Uganda through Tanzania and South Sudan. The Blue Nile originates in Ethiopia and merges with the White Nile in Sudan, forming the main stem of the Nile. The Atbara is a tributary of the Nile, flowing through the Ethiopian and Sudanese deserts. The Nile River has been important to human civilization for thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians who lived along the river built their civilization around its waters. They relied on the Nile for agriculture, transportation, and drinking water. Moreover, the Nile River continues to be a significant resource for countries along its course. Egypt is perhaps the most closely associated nation with the Nile, as the majority of its people live within a few kilometers of the river. Sudan also relies on the Nile as a major water supply since it uses it to cultivate its farms and produce energy. Uganda and Tanzania also rely on the Nile for hydropower, agriculture, and fishing. Despite its significance, the Nile River is facing numerous challenges, including pollution, overfishing, and climate change. Large-scale dams being constructed by upstream countries have also raised concerns over the effects on downstream countries and their ability to access water. Furthermore, water scarcity is a growing concern, and water management and development policies need to be in place to manage water resources adequately. In conclusion, the Nile River is more than simply a body of water. It is also a representation of human creativity and civilization, a crucial resource for many Africans, and a crucial component of the planet's environment. For thousands of years, the Nile River has been a source of nourishment, inspiration, and cultural interchange. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.